Wilson Morales from Black Film and TV. Here we are, another Wonka version. Coming into this, what did you want to do that's different from what people have seen already and what the script called for?
Well, I mean, both of our characters are new,
yeah.
so that was pretty cool, right?
Yeah, that was cool. Being a new character and stepping into this Willy Wonka world. But yeah, it feels cool to add Noodle into the film, and I'm super excited for everyone this year, definitely.
Yeah, I think the original sort of 1971 version and Roald Dahl's books, they evoke this place of wonder, and so to see this be the prequel to the 71 version and to see the DNA of that, this is the genesis, you get to see all of those strands be pulled through. And so it was really cool to step into the dream that inspires the dream that people saw back then.
You get to do a lot, so what was that like for you, singing, dancing, moving around, working with Timothy?
Incredible. I've never done anything like this before, like ever. But
and you wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know it.
But it's just, it was so magical, definitely. Being with all these legends and singing, dancing, all into one movie. It was overwhelming at first, but I just really enjoyed it.
Now, what do you like more, candy or chocolate?
I love chocolate, but I love candy too.
I love candy too.
I love candy.
I feel like, I don't know, I don't want to have to choose.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to choose.
But when you do a movie like this, and this is all around you, at what point do you say, I'm good?
When you pick up a fake piece of candy on set and you realize it's fake, you're just, maybe I'm reaching for too much right now.
You're working with Paul, obviously we've known some of the films he's done. What did you get out of his direction that helps you out as actresses moving forward?
He's just a consummate storyteller, and I think that his medium is obviously writing, but visually speaking to sort of the emotion that's going on and really wanting to be delicate with it and tell the story subtly, which I don't think people would use the word subtle in a film that's such a spectacle, but the moments that the characters have, they're really delicate and beautifully, written and shot, and I think he has such a gift for storytelling in that way.
You have a big role here. Like I said, you're working with Paul, so moving forward from here, what did you get from his direction that's like, okay, my next project may be the same, maybe bigger, maybe smaller, but I can take this from what I've learned?
I really love his creativity, and I love what he puts into his films. I love that he likes to make really heartfelt films, and I feel like I'll really take that with me because, I love the way he writes his scripts, and I love the way he directs on set. He's not a direct director, he telling you have to do this. He's very open to what you have to say, and he likes to go back and forth with you and figure something out, and it's really cool.
You're working along Olivia, and other actors involved, you guys have scenes together. What's the dynamic like?
I was just in awe. She was, as an actor, there's certain, bucket list people who I want to be across from and share the screen with, and she was on mine. And I just remember watching her scenes that I wasn't even in, just in awe of her, dexterity on screen, just to go from talking when the camera's off, just to being, lovely and affable, and then turn into Mrs. Scrubbit. And she's just, she's a lovely human and a joy to watch, and is truly plays the villain, with such strength. It's so cool.
For me, sorry.
Okay.
I was for me, I was kind of confused because she was so nice to me, and then when they said action, she became the mean Mrs. Scrubbit. But she is such a sweet person, and I really enjoyed working with her. And if she can do that, that means she's a really, really great actress, and she really is.
And then there's Timothy. Obviously, both of you have scenes with him. And, he carries it. We're all waiting for him to sing a song. We're waiting for that iconic song to sing. What's that experience, when you've got that one guy who's got to carry the ship and you guys are helping along?
He just played Willy Wonka so great. He added his flavor into there, but he brung the G. Mulder version, and he just created something really, really cool. And, just watching him become Willy Wonka before my eyes was so great, and he really brought a lot to the table, and I hope everybody enjoyed him because he really did super great.
Yeah, I feel like if someone's number one on the call sheet is just a hard role, because you're not just leading in character, but you're leading in character on set and setting the tone, and he really did that. When he was on set and to see him just lead, you know, heavy as the head that wears the crown, but he's got a strong neck and he knows how to like turn it and use it. And it was just a joy to watch him transform and to see all the hyphenates pop up in one movie. I think people are really gonna love seeing him flex all of those muscles.
Congrats on the role. Congrats on the film. We'll talk down the road. Take care.
Thank you.
Wilson Morales from Black Film TV. Here we are. Coming into it, co-writing this story, you know, what did you want to add into it that people are just gonna have fun with it that's different from what they know of already, whether it's the books or the films?
Well, I grew up with the book was like my gateway to the story, and I loved it as a kid. I thought it was incredible. And then I saw the Gene Wilder movie because I am of that generation. And, it completely blew me away. I think they're incredible. And we really wanted to make a companion piece to the 71 movie, something that could live alongside it. But for me, what was most exciting was it was set 25 years before the events of that film. So we really had a chance to make a different story about this character and explore a different part of his life. And there are so many clues in the book as to who Willy Wonka was and what he was like, so many stories about his past, and to be able to kind of flesh them out and explore them was a dream.
I know I read there were a lot of people that were trying to go for the role or being considered for the role, but then you have Timothée who's right for the role. You know, had you seen him perform or did he have to work at it?
Well, I knew he was amazing when I saw Call Me By Your Name, and he was obviously much younger then, but I just thought that part was incredible and he completely inhabited this role. But I didn't know if he was just a well-cast young kid or whether he was a great actor. And then I saw Lady Bird the same year, and he was like funny and completely different and this pompous, self-important kid. And I thought, he's an extraordinary talent. And I met him then because I was hoping to get to work with him. And when the idea for Young Wonka came along, you go, I would love to work with you. So he was always my choice. What I didn't know was whether he could sing and dance, and the movie is a musical like the Gene Wilder movie, and the chance to be able to, but luckily there was a chance to sort of see him in action in these sort of high school videos that were made of his high school musical performances, and that was just, you go, okay, he can do it all. Of course he can.
It's a well-rounded film because not only is Timothée in this, you have, Olivia, you got Keegan-Michael Key, you got Calah,
Yeah.
A great find for you.
Yeah.
How do you make it work when you have so many characters? Obviously, from anybody who's seen your films knows you know how to make it work with different characters. But this is a different story.
Well, I think it's like putting a kind of I always think it's like almost like building a family. You want to feel like everyone in the movie, like even though they're all going to be different, but they should feel like they're in the same world, or maybe they're like housemates. They know how to make each other laugh and live together, and that to me is such a warm feeling. And our cast is so funny, and we go from big established movie stars to a comparative unknown like Calah and sort of people who are maybe more successful on British TV but not necessarily known to other audiences, and so long as they all feel like they share the same funny bone, I think that's all that really matters.
You've done a lot of work, and I say any talent can never stop learning. What did you learn from this particular project that helps you out skill set wise as a director moving forward?
Well, this was a whole new league for me. I mean, it's a much bigger sort of world-building job, I guess, because it's sort of set in a sort of storybook city, in the past, and it was the first time I'd done a kind of period drama, and it was the first thing I'd done with music and song and dance at this level. And every day was a huge learning experience for me, and I think the most pleasure for me personally that I hadn't done before was the musical side of things, because I'm a huge fan of our songwriter. I'm a huge fan of the original songs, and to be able to help them come to life was just a privilege.
You did well. Congratulations. Looking forward to what you do next. But for now,
Thank you.
We've got this one.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Thank you. Lovely to meet you. Thank you.